Morena, and welcome back to the second live stream game here at the 2020 Bunnings National Touch Championship. My name is Michael King, the General Manager of Sport Operations for Touch New Zealand. Me and my co-commentator here, Te Ao Rere Pewhairangi, just come back from the Paku, will join me on the airways. Morena e hoa.
Hi, morena e hoa. We have a huge game coming up in this 35 women's grade. Manawatu versus Waikato. And we know both these provinces have been strong in the open women's grades in the past. So no doubt these players have played together and are still playing together here in this 35 women's grade.
Ai, tika tonu e hoa. We do have the mighty Manawatu versus Waikato and a sprinkling of players from the past who, I am sure, still got the skill level in their heads and in the body movement. May not be as fast these days, but certainly what I am loving, e hoa, loving, is the fact that we've still got our wahine, regardless of age, still moving and enjoying the game of touch.
Yeah, absolutely, and touch is a very elite sport. You have to be in prime fitness. Fitness levels have to be pretty up there to compete and to survive. Not only a game of touch, but a 3-day tournament over the weekend. 77 teams all up have come to this national competition here in Rotorua at the International Stadium. Over 12 grades and more than 1,200 players have come to play 272 72 games, so we have a huge tournament coming up.
And that would mean, if we just do a rough estimate, we're probably about 50% of those numbers are our female participants here, so close to 500-600 of our wahine, our young rangatahi ladies playing the game. So great to have them here. Just going through the list, I'm probably going to show a little bit of my bias here, e hoa, being born and raised in the Waikato area. I see some names that are familiar to me back in the day. Number 2 for Waikato, Ani Nok. There's also number 12, Jen Te Whare. Number 7, Leonie Rifle, the daughter of Wally Rifle, who I used to, or the I might get that wrong, Rifle anyway, but yeah, we've certainly got a sprinkling of players in both squads.
Absolutely, and me being a Manawatu boy myself in the younger grades, I know there are a couple of faces to look out for. One being number 13, Elaine August, who was a carver in that Kapiti Horowhenua mixed team we've seen in recent years.
And if you just tuned in, we've got Manawatu in the green, going from right to left, with Waikato now on the line, defending the first set. As they, Ani Nok there, talked about earlier, as they start to transition, exit out of their out of the danger zone, going up to just short of halfway at this stage. So yeah, again, some exciting opportunity for the sport of touch. Earlier in live stream 1, we saw our youth under 21s. So this time we've got our 35 women's. So great to have a bit of a mix here, and because we do have a wide range of viewerships here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's been a good start here from Waikato. They've D'd out the first set. They've gone to transition and come away with a penalty at the back end. So we see this Waikato side, their first attacking set, put themselves in a good position here. And as you said, their strikers are on the ball. No doubt they'll look to capitalise with this full set on the line. Come back down to the short side, a nice easy pop there. Touch was made.
Shepherd the ball now. Another quickie play. Oh, looked like they were going to execute a 7X there. Just execution didn't go as planned, as Manawatu look to the subbing box in their second set of 6. So again, we've talked earlier about the officiating and the referees. So just a big shout out to our 3 referees here on Game 2 match live stream. Vanessa Forrester, Gary Norton, and my apologies first. I'll put this out here. Sep Hilili Masawahi. So I probably made a hash of that, so my apologies there. But again, wonderful to have an array of referees that we have on the field this morning.
All right, back to Waikato here. Looking for their first try of the match. They're looking good, and they will get it through Wendy Tane, number 1 for this Waikato team.
Here
As we see the Domi replay, nice little chop line there.
And Waikato, through their experienced players, just finding those spaces in the middle of the Manawatu defence. And again, you saw there on the both One Foundation and Indomi are our sponsors who contribute to this great game and to this tournament. Indomi is part of the grade name of Indomi 21 Mix. So wonderful to have just a couple of our sponsors so far on board.
So we see Manawatu, their second attacking set down here on their line. A little bit disjointed here early on, this Manawatu team.
You talked about one of their players who had been around the mix scene for a little while, Elaine August. She certainly featured as part of our wider squad in the New Zealand Open mix here when I was the manager of that squad. So I remember her fondly.
So there's no shortage of leadership in both these teams and experience. See a nice probing run. Good defence there.
Annie Knock going for a scoop there. Annie's the older sister of another touch black here, Mere Knock. A big shout out to the Knock whānau. Those are in another life here. I used to be a kaiako in Hamilton, and I actually taught both Annie, Mere, and of the younger siblings. A big shout out to the whānau there.
Oh, kia ora. Is that the same Knock as Blues halfback Sam Knock?
If he was, probably Chiefs Ploughed. So yes.
I like that answer. I like that answer. Anyway, back to Chiefs country. Waikato here. Looking for their second try of the match. And I've liked the look of Shepherd early on in this match. She looks like one of the go-to strikers.
Yep, we're certainly seeing a combination forming here between Shepherd and Te Whare. So it's probably appearing to watch out for Manawatu when those two are on the field. So Manawatu just trying to get up to halfway at this stage. Surveying options. Ball travelling forward, unfortunately. Referee there. Vanessa Forrester from Canterbury. Seen a forward pass. And again, Waikato probing, getting themselves back into the middle of the field. And try scorer again on the ball, Tane. And just like that, Waikato come back with another answer through Graham. On the SAS Sport replay, here we go. Going through the line, looking for her players. Manawatu just unable to pick up on that one.
And like you mentioned there, the Waikato side having a lot of experience, and no doubt they've played together for a long time, coming up through the grades. You see the connections and the combos not forming just in this game, but have been long established over years and years of playing together. Seems intuitive, the style of play.
Yeah, and you're so right, Ehua. You know, these ladies would have spent years and years playing together through module, probably in the earlier years, in provincial grade. So it's wonderful to see them again, just reconnecting and finding those combinations.
Tika tonu. Manawatu still looking for their first try here, but I like how they're trying new things. They're not scared to throw the ball around. They've looked for their long pass a couple times.
We saw earlier on the ball, number 3 for Waikato, Honey Hirami Smiler.
Oh, kia ora.
Yeah, so viewers
That's a
probably
famous
recognize that name. Again, Knock is one of their strike players. It's the ball going aground there by Rifle. There's Manawatu through. Emery looks to take the team forward. Nice dummy play there by Robinson. It's better go forward. Nice yards there. Just looking for the extra person there, Happy. Okay, let's see if Manawatu can get themselves into a good position to be able to have a go at the line.
Yeah, tika tonu. They brought their subs on a bit late there. I think that's something that they could work on here, is to get early comms out, early subs on. Transition is affecting them towards the back end of their sets. I hope we see another probing run here by Rifle. Back on one of their key strikers, Shepherd. They're up to the 5 here. Little scoop. Hole opens up. She's looking for a mate. And she finds it. And Shepherd. A lot of time on the ball there, Ehua.
Exactly. Here we go. The Bunnings Warehouse replay. Scoop goes through the line. Manawatu looking to mirror up. Doing a good job so far. But there, the player on the far end just coming around and finding that space. And just like that, Waikato unofficial score 3, Manawatu still to post score on the scoreboard. Let's see how they go this time down. If you're tuning in for the first time, we are at the 2020 Bunnings National Touch Championships. If you're also able to see some of the flags around the field, we've got our sponsors. So a big shout out to our sponsors, Indomie New Zealand, One Foundation, SAS Sport, and Silver Fern Sport. All contributors to the game of touch in this country and making a great contribution at this Nationals.
See Manawatu, tēnā rākoe, for our sponsors who make it happen. See Manawatu still not connecting towards the back end of their sets.
No, but it was great to see them actually close to the line and having a good strike play.
Yeah, it's good. They're in the arm wrestle. They're not out of it yet. It's just that Waikato are controlling the ball nicely. Their error count is way down, so it means field position and board position. Manawatu side is being starved at the moment. Nice little pop, bit of a hole out here on the open side, but the ref will call it back for a touch and pass.
Yep, I think that second to last pass, the Waikato player was hoping the referee would give it. Referees right on the mark, calling the right call there. Manawatu, Lee Emery, again, made some good yards. And let's see, Matthews. Probably just needed a little bit more energy in the go forward, so they're getting themselves into a better position to have a go at the line. That's a little bit better. There's a real opportunity now for 35 Women's Manawatu to have a go. Also want to shout out to the coaching and management staff of Manawatu. Coach Kim Horua, Assistant Coach Stacey Lynn, Manager Annette Totoro, Medical and Assistant Manager Medical Damien Flabel, and Assistant Manager Taukiri Totoro.
Awesome. We talk a lot about those on the field, but we must also acknowledge those who work behind the scenes to make it happen, to make it easy for these players to do what they do. And here we see a nice little combo here for Manawatu. They come to this little follows play.
Yeah, Emery with a scoop there through, just looking back. Emery Matthews. Let's see what they can produce this time. And they're trying to pull the Waikato defence out.
Some good eyes up footy here by Manawatu. Kind of going away from their structure and their moves and just seeing what the opposition is presenting them. Nice little chop line there. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a fumble there, but they get the ball back with a penalty. Prime opportunity here, Hoa.
Yeah, I think just from the officiating point of view, I think what the referee was doing is trying to call the link, Waikato link back on side, so giving some early comms there. The link just not able to get back on side, so penalty. So they get another chance. Oh, it wasn't really a gap, but that's all they need. Number 8 for Manawatu through the Bunnings Warehouse replay. Just really nothing going on there. It's a nice easy setup. Looks, gives a bit of a head fake through the line and finding the gap between both Waikato players, and a good response by Manawatu.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a positive sign for this Manawatu side. They were starved of field possession and possession in general in those early stages of this first half, but they get a back-to-back set on the line and they hit back.
And so really, sorry, what just going to mention, they're really loving the energy and the go forward of Shepherd for Waikato. When she's on the ball, she's giving it pace.
Whoa. Nice dive there.
And Waikato just like that through the One Foundation replay. We see the setup. Nice quickie play. Looks to go wide. Looks to pass wide, but low gain. It's all coming back to these young women now. Just like that, Waikato answer back.
It's a good variation there for Waikato in the attack. They're not just sticking to their structures, they're also going long, coming short. And another weapon in their arsenal is the low dive. So we see Manawatu coming back to this right side. Unfortunately, another handling error there.
Yeah, that is unfortunate because there was only touch count 4. Good direct play by Manawatu woman, but just probably created a bit of tension in that last pass that they really didn't need. And again, the try scorer, one of the try scorers for Waikato, number 1, Wendy Tane on the ball. Here, there, Smiler goes through. Referee calls Manawatu woman onside. So dummy half touch there. And just while we're just talking about, we saw the under-21 mix this morning. Now we've got 35 women's on. We've got a big number of series of touch coming through this year with the New Zealand under-16 team that was just announced by Touch New Zealand just a couple of days ago.
Oh, kia ora.
Yeah, we've in the next couple of months we've got the 2020 Open Trans-Tasman back in Newcastle.
Yep.
Our touch community would have seen, a dummy Going through. Does she find someone? Oh, unfortunate. But they get the ball back. Fifth and final. Oh, that roll ball went back to Papakura.
Oh, the open side there was on. Sorry to cut you off there, Hoa, but nice little gap for this Manawatu side.
Yeah, some good promise play there. Oh, great.
Tuka. And as you said, it's good to see there's a lot of touch at all grades, at all levels of the sport. Be excited to watch their opens.
Yeah, the Trans-Tasman series?
Yep, Trans-Tasman series coming up.
Waikato through number 2, Ani Knock. Just probing. Just finding those extra meters as they set up with rifle. Rifle and dummy half here. She skeeps through. Only showing the speed that her father once had. It's disappeared now. And he goes through, the line scoops, finds a player. And Waikato 5, Manawatu 1. Showing that Manawatu have showed some signs of opportunity and getting across the line when they're down there. Part of their issue is just to get down there first. So if they can just probably go a bit more direct, I'm sure more opportunities will open up for this Manawatu 35 women's team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not, they shouldn't throw out the SOS just yet. It's just these little things like getting to the 5 and getting to their green zone here to run some attacking plays. Here they are, sorting themselves out. Oh, nice little right foot step there. And an easy little pop.
And here we go. Let's watch the replay. The setup. Matthews picks up the ball. Oh, step goes through just like that. Finds a player. And just like that, we're back in the open women's grade. Irimi, Smiler, Tane, Tefare, going through, nice hands. Good skill level shown by these women, both sides.
Absolutely, and there's some true athletes out there for this Waikato side.
A great opportunity, you know. You see it twice with this Waikato team. Just a late cut.
Yep, and the halftime hooter goes. They'll go to drinks here, Hawaii. I'd like to start with this Waikato team. They've come out guns blazing.
They certainly have, and just kept probably to a lot of their structures around going through the field, keeping the pace on, and I think they're getting a lot of good opportunities at the back end of that. So, player coach Ani Knock must be pretty pleased with the team and how they're going so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good start for them, and they have controlled the ball well. Very little handling errors. I think if they can control that and the field position, I think they can close this game out. But over to this green team, Manawatu now. Few of the coach in there, what would they be saying?
Yeah, well, if I was the coach, and probably the first thing I'd be saying is there was a game here about an hour ago, and they were in a similar position, and they came back firing. So I liked what you said earlier. Don't the SOS out there. There's an opportunity. One thing I'd probably be focusing on with the coaches, let's straighten up our go forward. Let's probably keep our distance a little bit wider so we can get those check-offs. For this team, it's probably not about going through the field with pace. It's probably just making sure we've got connections, but we go forward straight.
So simple messages out here for this 35 women's team. The touch knowledge. There's no shortage of touch knowledge out there on the field. It's just execution at this stage. for this Manawatu side. See, they have a few guns in this lineup.
Yeah, they certainly do. And you mentioned one earlier in there, number 13, Elaine August, very experienced, and she would have played with a lot of these players here through early representative stage. So there certainly is knowledge. Sometimes it's just willing the body to sort of catch up to the moves that they're probably seeing in their head.
Tika tonu.
But as we go, I sort of touched very earlier around the announcement that happened yesterday in the NRL Touch Premiership e Hoa, where we've got the Warriors touch team back in for another year.
With more clubs as well this year?
So there's still the same number of clubs. We've got 3 new clubs this year, and so that meant 3 clubs have dropped out.
Okay.
But yeah, look, it's pretty exciting for Touch New Zealand, who oversee in partnership with the Warriors brand.
Yep.
The Warriors men's and women's team. And then after that, we roll into the second year of the Premier Touch League.
Yes.
It's an exciting first year. So lots of touch coming your way.
Also, like the connection between touch and rugby league there. We know in the past we've produced the Sean Johnsons and the Benji Marshalls, the Nehe Milner Scudders. A lot of people do start at touch. And now we can keep them at touch with our NRL system. So we see Waikato here with the first set.
Yeah, and just a little 2-person play between a Knock and Turner there. But equally great defense by Manawatu as they start to come forward now. Let's see if they can just tidy up that yardage play. It's a lot better through the field, over halfway. 15 final though, so.
I look to kill the ball here.
And the thing is, in touch, I think when you're a team, the probably expectation is you want to have a strike at the line all the time. But sometimes you've just got to have the mindset that we're in the grind. We're gonna go through our 6th. That's important. If we don't get a strike at the line, we're gonna D and have another go and have another go.
Absolutely. I remember growing up playing touch. A lot of coaches talk about patience. You're not going to get an opportunity to score every set. So sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is get as far up the field as possible, kill the ball away from the opposition sub box so they use 1, 2, 3 touches, as we see Waikato just did there. Touch number 2 coming up for this Manawatu side. They're still yet to get to their box. Touch number 3 here. And with the 4th touch coming, they're out at halfway, so it's good attacking sets here by Waikato, followed by good defence.
Yeah, but that's a very great pressure defence there by Waikato. Now for the women here who have been in the Waikato system for a while, probably a number of these players would have done a lot of defence around back in the day, the wave sort of system. So getting up early and shutting that down, you can see elements of that still happening in this game at this level. So that's really put a lot of pressure on Manawatu, as you say, just trying to get to halfway.
Oh, you see this Waikato side, they're well coached. And that's not just in the women's, but in all grades. They have the factory down there in Waikato, and they just keep producing these robotic-like players that never make any errors, and it's their 1%ers, their little passes, their touches, the way they position their bodies. Give them their upper hand. But as I talk about upper hand, Manawatu, nice little scooping play here on the last. That's better attack by Manawatu.
That's great attack, and on the back end of that, Matthews again, the scooper in the first half, who gave the opportunity, set up an opportunity for the players. She was on the back end of that one there, so she's a danger. Get her in the right position on the field, things can happen for this Manawatu women's team.
Sika tonu. But it's all Waikato at the moment. They have fresh legs on there. Looking to set up for a good last little scoop here.
Rifle with the ball.
And gives away a penalty. Touch pass there.
Touch pass there, exactly. Again, live stream game number 2, and big ups to the officiating, to referees who have overseen this game so far, doing a wonderful job.
Sika tonu. Manawatu here. Have some fresh legs out to the left there. Look to play up the middle here. These 3-3 plays. Nice little scoop there by number 8, Terina Peina. Fortunately, the Waikato defence was up to it.
Yeah, great. There was some great play there by Peina, who was prominent on the ball coming through the field. Just unable to get a good opportunity on the back end of there. Fumble there by Knock. Ball thrown away, a bit of frustration.
That's what Manawatu would be looking for. Not only the error there by Waikato, but also the frustration showing. So a penalty, welcoming this Manawatu side into their attacking green zone. Look to get fresh legs on. Come on, in the form of a short side play. Cut there. Not a lot of space down this right-hand side of the field. They look to open it up now.
Referee calls 15 final. Let's see what they can do this time. And talk about where you want the ball to end up, and that's the spot you want the ball to end up, right in that corner.
Can't get any better than that. E hoa. Now we see Waikato. They've probably been in this position 100 times over. And they know exactly what to do to get their fresh legs on. 2 touches. And they're already over halfway. Ready for an attacking set.
Hear him smile, dictating pay. Oh, just a bit of fumble there. She was thinking about the next move.
Yeah, a bit of a sloppy play the ball there. It's better just to place the ball on the ground as opposed to rolling it. You don't have to necessarily roll it, but your body has to go over it. Nice little checking here for Manawatu, but they're stung with the forward pass. They look to steal a couple more yards there. The ref was having none of it. Waikato.
No, bit of turbo touch going on there. Let's see, Waikato, good part of the field, so don't need to do too much work to get down in the strike zone.
Smiler, still out there now. We talked about athletes in this game. She's one of them. Nice lobbing pass with a tip on there. Manawatu defence is up to it. 15 final here. Look to kill it down this set side of the field. Smart. Fortunately, touch pass.
Touch pass here, yep. Some energy, I can sense some energy by Manawatu. They know they can do it. They've made some good stops in the last few minutes. It's just about getting their go forward. As we say that, they're at halfway. Oh, just a bit of an error in the ruck area there. So again, Waikato touch count 1 are over halfway. As we see only Knock and Samson just getting themselves organised. Knock looking for a combination, her and Rifle, Knock and Rifle. She's chatting away. Bit of a sweet play, just not getting the timing right.
Oh, nice little open side play there for Waikato.
Certainly
Nice,
was on.
desperate shot there by the Manawatu winger. Number 1, Crystal Nuitama. As we see her, she's done a lot of mahi in their yards.
She certainly has, and there was a great read by Nuitama on that one. She knew that if she stayed out there, she was in trouble, but she came in, made Waikato make a decision.
So Manawatu here, making their way up the field. 10 minutes left in the second half. There's plenty of time with this 3-point deficit. And they're rewarded with a penalty towards the back end of their set. So this is a crucial play here for Manawatu e Hoa.
It certainly is, and with Lee Emery on the ball, she's certainly bringing some energy. So we got Emery and Robinson in those 3-3 positions. Robinson shouting out some instructions. Let's see what they can. Just making the Waikato defense move. Oh, they did almost exactly the same thing that Waikato did down the other end of the field.
Yeah, they're very unfortunate there, Manawatu. That's some good officiating out there. We spoke about in the first half, the under 21 mix game, how the best referees e Hoa are the ones you don't notice, who just let the game flow and chime in when they need to. So I'd like to acknowledge them out there.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, with referees, just like players who play for a province, these referees, although coming under their own Touch New Zealand banner within these tournaments, a lot of groundwork and support has happened for these referees in their own provinces with, you know, Forrester down in Canterbury. We've got Counties referee in front of us and an Auckland one. So it's great to see the referee development happening in the provinces. And, you know, Touch Nationals is where we get the fruits of all their hard work.
Tika tonu. So we see a lot of talent, not only in the players, but also in the officiating out there as well today. Waikato making their way up the field. Just under 8 minutes to play in the second half. Nice driving run there. Shepherd in the middle. Oh, nice little tip on right to left. Drew the short side defender in. Let's watch this Indomie replay. Made it look easy, e Hoa.
Made it look very easy. Again, all started from a really nice base there. Easy pass, draw pass, finding the space. Well done, Waikato. Showing a masterclass in touch, that's for sure. Yeah, this brings us to Waikato 6, Manawatu 2, with 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes left in the second live stream game here at the Rotorua International Stadium. Bringing you the 2020 Bunnings National Touch Championship. Really like to see Manawatu just pull something together here. Again, Emery has been prominent. He's been a bit of a class act here. Did you find the player? I think so. Wonderful skills. Emery gets the ball back, picks up the ball off that scoop, runs short side, and the Waikato defense just weren't able to mirror up in time.
Absolutely, and some good honesty out there by the Waikato defender. It was a very close call, but she got up, saying she didn't touch it, allowing Manawatu their third try of the match. So we see Hireme Smile out there, coming out the back door. She's one of the dangerous players out there for this Waikato side. Fortunately, just knocking the ball on.
Yeah.
Out here on the wing.
Yeah, unfortunately, just ball to ground there by Kimberly Lelua. We talk about the game 2 here with the 35 women's, and we're probably gone up the grade so far, with beginning with the 21 mix. This game, the 35 women's, and who do we have on the second live stream at 12:20? Ehua?
Yeah, we have a huge match in the 15s men's section 8. We have Auckland versus Hawke's Bay. So we have it all for our viewers at home today. And then later on we have our open sections, open women's, open mixed, and then open men's to close off our day 1 here at the International Stadium.
Ai, Atahua Ehua, yes. The athletes of longer years, 50 men's. Again, I'm sure we will be razzle-dazzled by the skills that they will produce on the field in front of us. Te Whare gets the ball back. Ball just travels behind her. Just that execution there, knocked Te Whare.
I was surprised to have you in the box here with me today. I thought you'd be out there with them, but read your bio. You've had to retire early, it says.
I've had to retire early from the game of touch as a player, forced off the field by my teammates who had feedback about my playing ability. So someone has to fill up the drink bottles there.
Tika tonu. So we see Manawatu. Under 4 minutes to play here. Making their way up the field. In the second half, there's been a bit more connection between these girls from down in the Manawatu.
Yeah, they certainly have. And a bit more energy coming through the field. They've looked for the extra pass and finding those extra meters, but also getting a dummy half here. Love the way that... Oh, great pickup. I think Manawatu may have been fortunate because it looked like a bit of basketball bouncing going on there. But the referee saw an earlier infringement as we've got Payne on the ball. Set up in the dummy half position. Let's see what they can organise this time. Happy.
Yeah, nice little combo here. Happy working with Matthews. They go out to the left here. They'll look to come back. They'll shift this open side.
And Matthews has been a danger person for Manawatu. Oh,
Nice dive there, but the defensive rifle was up to it. Manawatu will look to set another 33 play. No, they'll come to the 32. So this is their final. Bit of a gap there opening up. Not much on there for the Manawatu side.
no, Waikato survived that one, even though the Waikato link went down and there was a potential opening. Manawatu unable to capitalise on that one. As Knox starts to direct play, but it's touch count 3. Manawatu doing a good job keeping Waikato not even near halfway at this stage.
Scoop here by the Waikato team. Look at this as they close out this game. Where's her mate? Oh, it's a great touch by number 9 there,
Wonderful touch. Yeah, great call by the officials. I think the Waikato player could have passed to the player just on the right side of her early. Oh. Let's Some tired players there for Manawatu after that scramble defense. And here we go.
Oh, too easy. And they make it look so easy, but it's the platform that they set up for themselves. It's their positive defense, creating the error, getting the ball back. Manawatu not having time to set their D-line.
That is a great touchdown. But yeah, as you say, it's the platform they set. And Shepherd, I have been so impressed with her. She has been in everything. Leading, has been on the end of passes, setting up, dictating play. She has certainly been a standout in the Waikato women's team. So have them all, but certainly Shepherd has been around and influential in the crucial parts of the game.
Yep, so they'll get one more roll of the dice, and it's a beautiful left to right. Manawatu, they get the last try of the match, but it's a little too late as we watch the replay here. In this 35 women's grade, Manawatu versus Waikato. Waikato come out trumps in this one. Here in Rotorua at the International Stadium, Waikato 7 over Manawatu 3.